Hi, I'm Dan Hernandez. I'd like to welcome you to this week's episode of Sport Fishing. Well, today we'll be fishing out of H&M Landing. It's right over my shoulder here in San Diego, California. We're going to be boarding the boat here in about another hour or so, but I wanted to show you guys the whole process, what it's like, you know, unloading all our gear, getting all in the carts, rolling it all the way down to the boats. It's a big process. Normally when you guys see the episodes, sometimes we're 50 or 100 miles offshore already, but today, well, we're going to be fishing on the Excalibur. I want you to see the whole process, what it's like, so you have a better idea and be prepared when you come do this. So in today's episode, we're going to board here in about an hour, get on the Excalibur, head offshore. Don't know how far we're going, but we'll be looking for yellowfin tuna, bluefin tuna, and maybe some Dorado too. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. Hey guys, so we're inside H&M Landing right now. This is the tackle area, their tackle shop. So here, if you forgot those hooks, so you need some jigs, or you don't have the right gear, you need to rent gear, it's all available here at H&M Landing in their tackle shop. And on this side, this is the important people. These are the guys that do all the bookings, handle the reservations, and do all that for you too. So this is the tackle area. Great tackle, anything you need to know. These guys listen to all the boats, they talk to all the captains, they see them every day, and they can help you get the right tackle for your trip. Now we're gonna go through that door and we'll head down toward the boat. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get the camera gear on there. There goes your boat, Joey. Nilo in.
Will you be playing on the boat, sir, or will you ride?
Take this snap ring off and put this on this. Because now you're having 1, 2, 3 connections.
I'm Dan Hernandez and I live to fish.
All right.
I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life.
Oh!
Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way.
One more turn. There we go. Nice job. This goes to show you don't have to hook them in the mouth.
Coming down, coming down, coming down. In the corner, underneath. Coming back up, he's right here. Ah, yeah, nice snag. Fishing, Dan Hernandez on the Excalibur. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo. Oh. Pull, one.
Dan Hernandez Chargers.
All right, give me some line, buddy. Hey.
Nice one. In the camera, look at.
There we go. Second one of the day. Not bad for a stroke bait thumb. Not much in the way of feeling in my hands or my arms, but it's always a beautiful thing to be able to go out and at least get out in the sun and fish. Thank you so much, brother.
I'll go that way again.
Pull them away. Pull. Lift the rod tip up and reel down.
nice gaff
Oh,
too.
look at
dude.
that gaff job.
I know. Look at that job.
Come over here. There you go.
Thanks.
It's about as wide open as it gets. We got so many fish going. Here comes my fish right here. Gaff! Gaff! Here comes my fish. Thank you. Thanks, Omar. All right, guys. That's another Dorado going here. It's wide open fishing. It's crazy fishing. Captain Chuck Tapp here aboard the Excalibur is just wide open fishing. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my line off here. Let's take a little break. Let's take a little break from the action here aboard the Excalibur and go to the tackle box. Give you a good look at the gear you need for this type of crazy fishing. This week in the tackle box, I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing today. Fishing offshore, when you're fishing offshore like this, you never know what to expect. You might get that small tuna, that little, 15 to 25 pound class, or the medium size, or really those fun ones, that 75 to 150 pound class. You never know what to expect. And the last couple of years, there's been monsters, 200 to 300 pounders too. And because of that, you have to bring a wide selection of gear. Don't be afraid that you have to buy all this gear. You can also rent it at the landing, but this is some basic gear that I think you should have with you anytime you go offshore fishing out of San Diego, going for tuna. And remember, even though you're tuna fishing, there could be other fish mixed in, maybe skipjack, bonita, and been lots of Dorado too. And because of that, I like to have a little bit lighter gear. This is a 400 series reel with 50 pound spectra on the bottom, 25 pound mono on top. Works out good for that smaller school size fish. Then you need something a little bit bigger, 65 pound spectra with 40 pound test on top of that, mono. And again, if you want to use fluorocarbon on top of that, you can. And that would be like that smaller, medium kind of fish. You get to that little bit bigger fish, anywhere from like 75 pounds, 150 pounds. Something like this works out great. 80 pound spectra, 50 pound mono on top. Again, put a piece of fluorocarbon and you're all set to go. 2-speed reel in case you get a nice fish. Just fight the fish, bring it in. It works out really, really good. And just in case on those days when the 200 and 300 pounders are around, you want to have something like this. This is also a great rod to use at night if you're fishing nighttime. And this would be a rail rod, 100 pound spectra on the bottom, 100 pound mono on top. You might need up to 200 pound leader. So be prepared. 2-speed reel, perfect for those big, big fish. You won't have any trouble landing them on an outfit like this. I know it sounds like a lot of gear, and it is, but when you go tuna fishing out of San Diego these days, you don't know what it's gonna be. Small tuna, big tuna, Dorado, yellowtail, you have to be prepared for everything. Now, as far as the artificials, you can use a magic metal jig right up on the surface for that medium grade tuna. It'll run it right back to you. The fish will chase it down and eat it. But at nighttime or that deep water fish, don't be afraid to use a knife jig, flat falls, something like that. Works out really good. Have them all pre-rigged ahead of time. You don't want to be rigging them while you're on the boat. Well, this is the basic gear you need for this type of fishing. Let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action here on Sport Fishing.
Good job, Jared.
gotta go on there, buddy. Pay attention to your line, guys. Go to the corner, Steve. Excuse me, Kevin. Ooh, excuse me. Let me get in.
Yeah, there we go. Dan Hernandez.
Really good fish down 150 feet.
Out forward, bud. Come down. Right here.
There we go, baby. Fishing on the Excalibur with Dan Hernandez and crew. Best boat ever with Dan.
Good job, Jose. Pull up. One down. Woo! Nice.
I use a circle hook right in the corner of the mouth, 30-pound test, 80-pound spectra, and sardine.
Get this right behind you, bud.
This week in the galley, we're in downtown Los Angeles at Pez Cantina. Standing next to me is Chef Brett. Thanks for inviting us out, Chef.
Good morning, you're welcome. Good to be here.
And what do you have in store for us today?
So we're doing some blackened tuna, one of our signature dishes we've done for a long time. We're gonna season it in our proprietary blend of chili and lime. It's called Pez powder. We're gonna do like a warm mushroom and green bean salad with a truffle lime vinaigrette. I've got this, it's called Pez powder. I've got a 2-ounce piece of tuna here, and we're gonna liberally season it. Not too much, you don't wanna dredge it because it'll be too strong. A very, very, very hot pan. I'm gonna add a pretty good amount of olive oil there. You can see it's smoking already, it's very hot. Really important it's hot, because what you wanna do is kind of like you wanna cook these mushrooms and green beans. It's really it's gonna take about a minute or less. I'm gonna cook these about, say, 50% of the way. I want the green beans to be still like al dente, or a little bit crunchy. Although I want the mushrooms to be pretty brown. You can see they're kind of getting that nice brownness to them right there. And then once they're almost ready, I'm gonna pop the tuna in there and just give it a quick little sear. I want to leave the tuna rare. Really important. I like to, get that, you don't want to cook tuna too much. As you know, it's doesn't have a lot of fat. Definitely better when it's either raw or rare, in my opinion.
Right.
So you can kind of see these are nice little, you don't want to do it too dark. I like it to kind of give a little bit of brownness to it. I'm going to add a little bit of tomato dice. Essentially, we're kind of making like a warm vinaigrette. A little chive, a little bit of red onion, okay, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, putting a touch of white truffle oil.
Ooh.
Very, very light amount. You don't want too much in there. And this is fresh lime juice. So it's got a good amount of sauce in there. You can see it's pretty juicy. The tuna is ready. You can see it's nice and kind of rare still. I'm gonna put that over here. We're gonna season this up. Salt, pepper. This is one of my favorite dishes. I love it. You can see it's just juicy and it's kind of smoky. For the presentation, we are going to this is avocado crema, so it's basically like yogurt, avocado, lime, garlic, cilantro. And I'm gonna create sort of a well. For the salad to sit in. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the salad inside the well. lay down the tuna, fan it out. Extra decoration. Got some some spicy microgreens here. All right, here we go. We got the blackened tuna. We've got an avocado crema, charred green bean and mushroom salad, a little bit of a truffle vinaigrette.
And that sauce, that looks delicious.
It's really good. You got to swipe some of the tuna in there,
Right.
and we use a very special yogurt. It's called lebne. It's like a Greek yogurt, kind of like full fat, kind of salty. It's great.
That fish is delicious, but what about the mushroom?
Yeah, good, right?
That's good.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. This is definitely one of our favorite dishes here.
And I guess you have to pair the mushrooms to the fish because there's so many different mushrooms out there.
Yeah, I mean, I love mushrooms. Obviously, we cook a lot with mushrooms, and the oyster mushrooms, I guess the flavor, it says it right there, it does have a little bit of a seafood flavor, but it's like very also meaty and buttery, especially when you get them brown like that. They're dynamite.
And this is the first blackened fish dish I've ever seen where the fish wasn't like totally overcooked. Normally when I see a blackened dish, the chef just really cooks it, almost deep fries it almost. I mean, they just cook it so much, but I love the way you seared it. Because like you said, tuna, either you can eat it raw or seared it. And with the spices on top, it's just awesome.
Thank you, appreciate that.
That's really good. Well, Chef, let people know you're at Pez Cantina here, downtown Los Angeles.
Yep, downtown LA, 401 South Grand Avenue, up on Bunker Hill, amongst all the skyscrapers and museums up here, so come see us.
It's pretty cool. All right, well, thanks a lot, Chef. Let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
All right, we're sitting here drifting along, guys. We got a nice school of fish underneath the boat. We got a couple bluefin out of it. We got a couple yellowfin out of it. Guys are fly lining baits, have baits with sinkers on them. We're getting bit with sinker rigs, and we're getting bit with fly line baits here. Everybody's working together as much as they can to keep the tangles undone. And as long as we can keep the tangles undone and not break the fish off, guys, we got a chance to keep having a flunker going on here for quite a while. So everybody's working together very, very well. So that's what you call fishing with Dan.
There we go, another one. Another yellowfin.
Ring. On board the Excalibur, Dan Hernandez.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
You take the gaff out.
Don't pull on those lines, guys. There we go.
Stay right there, sir. Lift up, wind down. You're doing perfect. Absolutely perfect. You're doing a great job. Keep them coming. Lift up, wind down. Omar!
Fishing with Dan Excalibur is the best. Amen. Thank you.
This is Ryan. He just caught this fish. Ryan was my best friend's nephew, and he's continuing. Larry passed away a few years ago, but Ryan's still out here fishing with us. Got this beautiful, beautiful tuna. Nice job, man.
Thank you.
Right here. Just awesome, awesome fishing here on the Excalibur. Let's take a little break from the action. When we return, I'll be giving you this week's tip of the week. For this week's tip of the week, I want to talk to you a little bit about what we did this week. Those Dorado we caught, it was all about light line early, 15-pound test, 20-pound test, small hook, size 2. And once those fish got hungry, you could fish 40 and 50 pound with a larger hook like a 1.0 or 3.0. It was no problem. The tuna were a little bit more picky, 30 and 40-pound test line, fly line with a 1.0 or size 1 hook, a good lively bait, cast it away from the boat, swam out there a ways, and those tuna came up and ate it. That's this week's tip. A good lively bait and you got bit. Well, I want to thank the crew of the Excalibur, Captain Chuck, and all the guys on the crew. They did a great job. I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and hope you join us again next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.